This is the all-new BMW M850i. It's part sports car, part grand tourer, and it's caused quite a stir amongst its rivals, namely the Lexus LC, the Maserati Gran Turismo, and the Mercedes-Benz S-Class Coupe. Replacing the 6 Series in the brand's lineup, the all-new 8 Series is everything the stylish 6 Series was and some more. It's sportier, it's flashier, and it manages to turn a lot of heads even in this dull Barcelona blue metallic color. Dimensionally, the 8 Series is shorter, wider, and lower than the 6 Series. This being the 850i with the M style pack, you get a dark grille, M logos on the fenders, M branding on each of the 20-inch alloy wheels, M branding on the brake calipers, and a big diffuser. I personally think it looks rather sporty, but what about you? Vote in the top right corner and let me know what you think. Which is the best looking car in the segment? The BMW 8 Series, the Lexus LC, the Maserati Gran Turismo, or the Mercedes-Benz S-Class Coupe? On the inside, the design is very similar to what you'd find in other BMW models, such as the new 3 Series. But knowing that would anger potential customers, the interior of the 8 Series has been spruced up with glass elements on the volume control knob, the gear shifter, the engine starter button, and the infotainment controller. Fit and finish and the quality of materials is exceptional, just as you'd expect, and there's plenty of space for the driver and front seat passenger. Unfortunately, the same thing cannot be said about the seats in the back. They are just for show and cannot be used by anyone with a pair of legs, meaning the 8 Series isn't as practical as a few of its rivals. But every grey cloud does come with a silver lining, and for the 8 Series, that's its boot space. At 420 litres, it's a lot more, nearly double what some of its rivals have to offer. Before taking you through some of the most exciting features of the BMW 8 Series, let me start by showing you some keys. Yes, I did say keys, and that's because this car comes with 2 of them, a boring one and a more exciting one. This key, being the boring key, has your usual lock, unlock and boot opening buttons. But this key, this is the exciting one. It comes with a touch display and gives you certain information about the car, such as are the windows and doors open. It shows you your current range and even lets you remotely control the AC system. The only thing missing is the capability to park the vehicle using the key fob, something that has been reserved for the flagship 7 Series model. Once you get over the keys and start looking around the cabin, you'll notice that there's an abundance of tech. There's this cool 10.2-inch infotainment screen that sticks out of the dashboard. There's steering assist, which works with the adaptive cruise control to drive the car for you. And just in case that wasn't enough to show off in front of your friends, there's also voice control and gesture control, which are great when they do work, but most of the time you just look a little ridiculous, especially to those outside. Due to the amount of tech that the 8 Series crams in, you're forced to navigate through several menus and hidden sub-menus to control the simplest of things. For instance, changing the information shown in the instrument cluster is not done through any of the 15 buttons or 2 knobs on the steering wheel, but instead through the iDrive controller. You click Home, scroll to Car, scroll some more to Settings, continue scrolling till you find Displays, and then scroll some more to Instrument cluster. It's just not very intuitive. Switch the engine on, hear the exhaust crackle, and you tend to forgive it for most of its shortcomings. The 4.4-litre twin-turbo V8 is as rowdy as you'd imagine, and that's a wonderful thing. Horsepower and torque figures stand at 530 and 750 respectively, and make their way through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Armed with xDrive, which is BMW lingo for all-wheel drive, adaptive dampers and 4-wheel steering, the 8 Series is something special. But you truly start appreciating it only when it shoves you into the back of your seat and accelerates from 0 to 100 in just 3.7 seconds. Despite being fitted with several drive modes, Auto, Eco Pro, Comfort and Sport, the only drive mode you really want to drive it in is Sport Plus, because it opens up the valves in the exhaust system and begins creating sounds that I would best describe as music. Having said that, the BMW M850i is not an all-out sports car. It weighs nearly 2 tons, and even in Sport Plus mode, the suspension is a little soft, the steering a little vague. If you're wondering why they've intentionally done something like that, well, there's 2 reasons. Firstly, the M850i is part sports car, but part Grand Tourer as well. And more importantly, they've left some room for the all-out mental M8, which will be launching soon. At 510,000 dirhams, the BMW M850i is a car that will leave you speechless. It's good, very good, and it strikes the perfect balance between luxury and sportiness, a skill its rivals are yet to master. Thanks for watching.